Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. So Joey Badass, up on Twitter, bam, up on Twitter, Joey's got some stuff to say. He's saying rap is in a very trash state right now, with very few exceptions, that don't even get the love and attention they deserve. Where are y'all souls at? Music is the most influential force in the world. Pay attention to what's being oversaturated. It says something about the generation. Sound is vibration. Okay, good night. I'm going to go make a trap record. A lot of people are mad at Joey for saying this stuff. And I myself included, do have some feelings on the fact that he's putting these opinions out there, yet simultaneously, you're ghostwriting for Rockstar, you're teasing an upcoming collaborative project with XX Existential Crisis. At least, obviously, I guess the last tweet says that, hey, rap is kind of where it is right now. I am doing what I can by putting out my own music and putting out the music that I think is meaningful, putting out the music I think is significant. But hey, while the industry is what it is and I have this talent that I have, I'm going to help write hits. I'm going to help write songs that do well. I'm going to help make music that the audience actually loves and wants to listen to. Because, I don't know, I feel like there's a bit of a disconnect sometimes. I mean, obviously, there are a lot of young people out there who, just kind of want to hear something that's fast and quick and dirty and fun and to the point and just like in your face. And that's totally fine. And that's great. I love a lot of that stuff, but it's not particularly deep, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. And it's almost like there's kind of a bit of an oversaturation of that stuff right now because rap is the zeitgeist. It is the most popular and most streamed, most consumed music genre right now in the West. And you don't get to that point by making super deep music that expands everyone's minds. It's often the artists who are at the very top in any genre who are making the most accessible music, who are making the most popular, poppin', just like super hooky music. That is just kind of the case across genres. I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that the artist can only do so much in this situation because, sure, artists provide the content, they have the craft, they make the music, but the thing is, you can make all the deep, meaningful, amazing music in the world, but it's really not going to mean anything. It's not going to resonate. It's not going to take if the audience isn't willing to consume that, if the audience isn't willing to take that. And honestly, like, the people who are listening to a song like Rockstar, who are listening to an artist like Lil Pump, if you totally just deleted all the Post Malones and all the Lil Pumps tomorrow and they never existed ever in the history of music, that wouldn't miraculously make all the people who listen to them now suddenly want, I just want to listen to All American Badass all day. Most people just want to listen to music for entertainment. They just want to listen to music that's just fun and entertaining. They don't want to be challenged. They don't want to have their minds expanded. They don't want, music to make them feel uncomfortable, or they don't want to have to wait a few seconds to actually kind of get it. They want it now. And the music that people are enjoying in the hip-hop sphere, a lot of it, the catchiest stuff, the most direct stuff, the most popular stuff, the most viral stuff, just kind of goes that way. And again, I think the artist only has so much to do with it. The artist can only provide. It's the audience that kind of decides whether or not it's popular, whether or not it's good, whether or not it makes any money. The artist isn't who decides whether or not the song is successful. At the end of the day, it's the audience. And Joey is just kind of feeding into the reality that he exists in, So, I mean, I can't really fault him on that. And again, I feel like he personally as an artist is already doing everything he needs to do and makes sense to do by coming out with your own music, coming out with music that you feel is deep, coming out with music that you feel is meaningful, coming out with music that you think has substance. Because at the end of the day, whether or not Joey contributes to a Post Malone song isn't going to miraculously make Post Malone deep. You know, I do kind of feel like collaborating with X is sort of like crossing a line. Like, why would you say that? And then also, you know, but maybe, you know, there's something to X that Joey sees that I don't see, that a lot of us don't see. I mean, I guess I'll just kind of wait for the actual project to make a final judgment. But still, the artist can only provide at the end of the day. And I think Joey is making the sort of music that he thinks that he wants to see in the world. I think in a lot of ways he is being the artist that he wants to see in the world, which, you know, is probably more than I could say for the people who are hating on him blatantly for, you know, making this kind of music. And it seems like there's a lot of voices, a lot of very loud voices out there sort of saying, you're contributing to this and blah, 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 blah. Like, they don't necessarily disagree, you know, but they're like, well, you're making the problem worse. But the thing is, I can't tell if the people who are sort of just completely tossing a lot of this new stuff out the window, are they a very vocal minority? Or are they actually kind of like the majority? They're fed up with kind of the trap narrative that's going on right now, but their influence doesn't really show up in the charts, and their influence doesn't really show up, you know, in deciding what's popular and what isn't, because they can't decide on what's actually good. They can't decide on what's actually, you know, they can't convene into a particular song, a particular album, a particular artist. I mean, I'm sure there are obviously exceptions out there, Kendrick Lamar being one who, you know, despite making music that is pretty heady, he does seem to really get that audience motivated every single time. But, you know, I think sometimes these people who are kind of trashing the new stuff, all they can really get together and collectively do is just trash it, you know? But I don't know. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Is Joey right on this? Is he wrong? Should he be co-writing songs like Rockstar? Should he be or not be collaborating with artists that other people think are bad or below him or not as deep? Let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Over here next to my head is another video you can click on or check out, or hit up the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Batman, forever.